Hello, I'm coming to you with our second part in our series, the Krouse house. So today what I'm going to show you is on the interior of the home, first, second level, kind of some things you should walk through and look for that you can do while you're looking at the house for the first or second time during your showing period. And these are just some simple things that if you're going to get an inspector involved, he may check some of them as well. But they're quick visual things just to be aware of that you can do yourself. And you may be in a situation where you may not want to do an inspection, so a few things that you can check yourself to feel more confident about what you're purchasing. Either direction, it's good to know them and always helpful. So we're going to jump into it and I'm going to show you a few things and talk you through. As we start out in this particular home, one thing you want to look at is the windows. Have they been updated? Are they single or double pane? Is it sealed through here, this area where the locks go? Do the locks all line up? If they don't line up, something could be off with the window. Check your molding for any leaking water coming in on the bottoms, sometimes along the side. These windows have been replaced recently, so they look in good shape. Check your doors. It's just an easy thing to do. If they shut, lock, great. If not, you might want to flag it. Again, remember, unless you're buying a brand new home, sometimes used homes will come with little quirks that just won't you're going to have to deal with. Or you could talk with your agent and work on doing stuff. Check the heating registers. Are they looking good? Does it look like there was ever some leakage or current leakage on it? You got a fireplace in here. Give a quick look on that. Is there any broken bricks around the mantles? If you want, you could stick a camera up underneath and look up the flue, take a picture, see what it looks like. If there's any light coming in that you could see or cracks, you may want to note that and have it looked at further. Again, looking at this house is in really good shape. It was just remodeled not long ago, but you're going to want to check light fixtures, see what's going on, make sure there's no cracks. The walls everywhere, look for cracks. Cracks tell a lot of things. Check the levelness of the floor. You know, up where I am in Maine, there's a lot of older structures and they've settled over the years. So sometimes the floors can be really wavy because the house is sagged. How much is it sagged? Is it still sagging? That's the question. But as we go through, again, this house just recently redone in real good shape, but you want to look for cracks. Sometimes you'll see cracks in the doorways going up and stuff. And they may not mean anything. They could have settled a little bit, but if they're big, you want to definitely get a second opinion on that. And again, check all the windows when you're going through. Sometimes homeowners will update some of them and some they won't do for various reasons. Going into the kitchen. This kitchen's been very updated, but check your washer or dishwasher, sorry, and see what's going on in there. Open it. You don't necessarily have to turn it on, but check under your sinks, see if there's any dripping water that has or is occurring. You might want to run the water, see if there's any leaking going on with the plumbing in your faucet or anything. Same thing with your oven, microwave. Open it up, take a look, see what's going on. Never hurts. Check the oven out. Every house is going to have different, if it's used and how much it's been used. Same thing with the fridge. Open it up, take a look. If it's got a bad odor or anything or pretty beat up, just note it. All these things are for you to go in and make an offer based off of stuff you're looking at. Again, going into the bathroom, check the toilets out, see if there's any cracks anywhere in them. You know, sometimes a house, especially in colder weather, if it's froze up or something, these tanks crack real easy. Look for leakage or any water along the bottom. That could show a toilet that's been leaking. Hence, when we did our basement series, look underneath where the toilets are, the sinks are, see if there's any signs of water damage going through into the basement, because that just shows there's an issue. Showers, again, take a look. Your plumbing, see how everything works, turn it on, and look for any issues. If it's fiberglass or tile, this is fiberglass, see if there's any cracks. A lot of times out front here we get issues because if there was a curtain on the shower or something where a lot of water is leaking out, it could have caused a lot of damage along the floor there. So take a look at that. We go over to our sink, same thing again. Turn it on, check underneath, see how the plumbing's doing, and just again, peace of mind for what you're getting into with your offer. All the doors, just check them. You know, your interior. We're going to do a series on the exterior of the home, what to look for. So your lighting, again, check them out, see what's going on. You know, it could be some older fixtures and stuff, so you want to take that into consideration to see if they're working or not. Check your thermostats out, see what's going on with them, see if they're older. Turn on the heat, see if the heat works. If you're in the summer and it's air conditioning, turn the air on, see what's going on. Never hurts to know if the HVAC system, whatever it might be, is functioning. So this here, we're going upstairs to a second level where there's some bedrooms. Same thing, as you go up, second levels, older homes, they might have not flat floors, and it's fine, long as it's not continuing. If you ever have questions about that, talk to your agent, talk to an inspector, get their opinion. Most times though, unless it's sagged really bad, it's just settled at some point over its 80 or 100 plus year old life. Looking in here, same stuff, flooring, your registers, windows, check your doors. Here we know this particular house at one point had some water issues. So you can see there's some staining here. Those have been corrected, but that's something you want to watch out for. Check your smoke alarms, see if they're outdated. Like these have been all updated, but if they're look old or faded, generally after 10 years, you're supposed to check switch out your smoke alarms because their life expectancy decreases quite a bit, and get new ones. Look at your plugs, see what's going on with them. If they're updated electrical and all of that. Generally in the basement, when you look at the box for the electrical, you can get a feel for what the wiring is, but it doesn't mean that all the outlets have been updated. Same thing as the other bedroom. We're looking here, and it looks like everything's in real good shape with this house, so nothing really to critique. Again, smoke alarms, one, are they present? And then two, what is the age of them? There's a lot of houses that may not have smoke alarms in all the bedrooms. Maybe it's just in like this central hallway. Check your thermostat. Every house has multiple zones, so this thermostat's working likely this whole level here. Going into another bathroom situation here, again, the toilet around it, this tub shower combo, same thing. Look for issues, any signs of water damage along where this will eventually have a shower curtain here. So if somebody's not putting the curtain in and it's constantly getting water out, it can really do a lot of damage. Check your plumbing, see what's going on. below us in this room, if this was leaking and the drainage was having an issue, we would likely see staining in the ceiling down there. Plumbing, again, check it. It takes 2 seconds. Look at all your light switches. Do they all work? Is the proper, in your wet areas, GFCI outlets, are they there? Are they functioning? More so, just look to see if they're there. In the kitchen, in bathrooms, and garages, you should have GFCI outlets. Thanks so much for tuning in again for another part of our indoor series with a particular home. There's more things to look at that if you do get a general inspection, they're going to go a little deeper into examples like opening maybe all the windows, making sure they actually go up and down all the way. Again, that's something you can do if you got time, but you know, check them for screens. Do they all have screens? Just little odds and ends that if it's missing or something's broke, all those little things can add up. And it's something that you don't necessarily maybe need to have them fixed, but it's more for you to know when you're putting in your offer, all right, I'm going to have to either deal with that stuff, or knowing that I'm going to perhaps ask the seller for a concession so I can get a little money back to deal with the things. And that's something your broker and agent can discuss with you and discuss with them to make the best decision how to approach that in your offer. Outside of that, reach out to me anytime. Love to discuss any home matters you have. If you're buying or going to sell, let me know. We've got, you don't necessarily have to be in Maine. I could deal with you directly, but because of our brokerage, we have referral partners all over that. I have trusted agents that I would use in a heartbeat because they know what they're doing. And our brokerage is in 29 countries, predominantly in the USA, but we can take care of you wherever you're at. All right, thanks so much. I appreciate you watching. Have a great day.